Hello, Capricorn. Welcome back to the Souls and Stardust podcast channel. I'm going to be doing your reading for love and relationship for December 2021. But of course, whenever you come across this message is going to be perfect timing for you. These are meant to be timeless messages. So yeah, and then you'll also want to look at your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, especially your Venus and your moon, since this is about love and relationship. And yeah, and I will be pulling cards from several different decks, and I'm just shuffling for you right now with the intention of seeing what Capricorn needs to know about love and relationship for December 2021. And I always shuffle until the cards pick themselves. So we have two cards there. That is the Colette Baron-Reid Wisdom of the Oracle card. It's one of my favorite decks to use. And then now I'm going to pull some cards from your girlfriend's No-Bullsh Love Oracle, something that both Meo and I created because we wanted a deck about love and relationships that got straight to the point, right? So that's the No-Bullsh part. So I've got one there for you, Capricorn. I'm just asking what the wisdom is for Capricorn. Oh my goodness, Cap, got some stuff going on. Okay, here we go. Got 4 from that deck. Okay, I will end up probably drawing cards from a couple of other decks as we go, but we're going to start with these first. And let's see what Spirit has to say for you, Capricorn. Okay, we've got 2 cards that are in the reverse position, and that is always a message of protection or something that we've been resisting in the energy that we have to pay attention to in order to move forward or to make the most of the lessons. So this card by the book is usually about abiding by social rules or conformity or the laws of the universe, respecting family customs. It's, playing by the rules, playing by the book. And you can see it's a family of elephants just walking in a line. One is leading and everybody else is following. In the reverse, though, this is an interesting card. It's about, there's a time to actually, follow the rules. And then there are times when we are meant to buck the system, quite honestly. So Capricorn, this may be well out of your wheelhouse. And I mean, from the Capricorns that I know, one of my very good friends is a Capricorn, and she really likes to do things by the rules, but she also, like, when the time comes, like when she's going to rebel, she's going to go for it, right? But in a very Capricorn practical way. So Caps, this is an interesting message for you. It's a time for real change right now in your own consciousness as you rebel against, standards or expectations or opinions or societal rules about how things need to happen for you, especially like with love and relationship, or what's the rigidity in these expectations of love and relationship that you feel like you're held to that no longer makes sense for you. It's it's time for you to challenge that structure which limits your authenticity, right? This is about you stepping into who you really are and embracing that so that you can show the world, however nerve-wracking that may be for you, Capricorn. But this is about you creating revolution for yourself so you can grow and evolve, and so that you can be in relationship with the person that will most fit you based on that, right? We are held to such ridiculous standards when it comes to love and relationship. Like, here in the US, there's this expectation, or there used to be, that like you go to school and you find someone to pair up with, you get married, you have children, and you do that all by the time you're 25, or at least by the time you're 30. And that may not be in your best and highest good if you have a lot of growing and learning to do or exploring that you want to do. And what if you don't know who you are then, but you will when you're in your mid-30s? That's the best time to find somebody then, when you know who you are, when you feel good about that. So this is a time to focus on what you really want to achieve, who you want to become. And, regardless of if that's so far out of somebody else's box of expectation or reality, right? This is about you stepping outside of that. It's about transformation. It's about being ingenious. It's about reinventing yourself. It's about being uncomfortable as you step into that. This, like, you don't need to play by the book right now. This is about being unfucking conventional in how you move forward. In this, remember, this is about love and relationship, right? So, but it can be applicable to other areas of your life, but I'm focusing on love here. It may be time for you to say no to whatever customs you're held to, or whatever societal rules you feel encapsulated by, or whatever expectations there are. It might be time for you to say fuck no to that. Sorry, we swear in these videos. Make real changes. Be who you want to be. What do you want to achieve? Who do you need to become in order to achieve that? This is about you bucking the system now and stepping into who you are for a complete overhaul in what that means. And that could be that it means you transform yourself in the way you love, in the way you show up, and you're doing a lot of healing, and you're just relearning all of that. You're like saying no to those things that you were taught or shown to you, and you're becoming this new version of you based on what feels good for you and how you want to express. But you're already getting sucked into this, right? Like, Capricorn's watching this. This is inevitable. You already know this is what needs to happen. So this is a big time for change for you, and you have to trust your intuition. It may not all feel practical, right? So trust what you're feeling and allow your heart to show you the way, and your intuition to show the way. You really can't turn back from this. This is about becoming somebody new and operating by a whole new set of rules in love. Okay, let's get to the serendipity card, because this card is always interesting when it shows up in the reverse. It's, serendipity is something very positive. It's like opportunities that come out of nowhere. It's synchronicity. It's everything is aligned magically. Seeing all these signs and symbols. But in the reverse, you guys, Capricorns, this is about recognizing that, okay, this person, she's the one, or he's the one, or this event, this circumstance, it happened this way because it's supposed to be positive and this or that. But sometimes we are led through things that are not fun, or they're painful, or they teach hard fucking lessons, and that's still serendipity. Like, we have to learn a lesson. We may have to learn specific lessons before we can actually step into the next level, and it may have to do with showing us who we are at our very core essence. It could have to do with showing us how we need to heal in order to be ready for that person who is a divine match to us. It's about being brought to where we're meant to be in order to learn what needs to be learned, so we can grow and expand and create space for all the beautiful things. Sometimes these lessons are hard and painful, and it can get us thinking like, oh my God, this is awful. Why is this happening to me? But no, there are lessons in everything, and this is about choosing to see what that is with an open heart, so you can grow and learn and be able to expand and become ready for the next steps, the next levels, that next person, or the person you're with, right? It is the trial we go through right before we hit the jackpot. That's what this card is about. So however you're changing, whatever was not working and you're deciding to buck the system, whatever that brought you, be really mindful of what the lessons are there. And you may go through some rough stuff, people not agreeing with you, people criticizing you, people saying, oh no, don't do that, that's gonna be wrong, or you're gonna be sorry. Fuck that. You got to listen to your heart. You know what you want and need. You know what feels good and what doesn't. You know who you are with authenticity. Whether you're showing that to other people is another story, but this is about you finally stepping into that and being shown the way, even through the hard stuff, that you get to learn about yourself. And what are those hard lessons showing you about your capacity for growth and change, for healing and for love, right? Maybe you have to do some very specific healing before you're able to allow love in the best ways. That is super important, you guys, and something we're not honest with ourselves about. So Capricorns, my goodness, this is one journey you're on, but I promise you it will be nothing but pure expansion for you, and your heart will be full as you move through it, especially as you get to the other side of this. You're being guided, right? You're being guided. So trust in that. Okay, let's see what cards came up for your girlfriend's No-Bullshit Love Oracle. Okay, let's see here. Just say what you feel, for fuck's sake, right? Be honest. Be who you are. Say what you mean. Say what you're feeling, okay? That's going to help you. They can't read your damn mind, so use your words. These two definitely go together. What is it that you want and need? Who is it that you really are? Tell people, tell this person who you are. Vulnerability is really scary. Scary as fuck, you guys. But there's no way you can actually enter into love and feel it at its deepest levels without being vulnerable. That vulnerability card didn't come up, but this is the same thing. Like, our words make us very vulnerable. Our feelings make us very vulnerable. Say what you feel so they can understand where you're coming from. And any Capricorn that is trying to call in relationship, like, let this be your mantra. Let this be what you do. You speak what you feel. You speak what's on your mind so that they know where you're coming from. Okay, loosen your grip and allow this shit to unfold naturally. So whatever's going on for you, if you're paired up or not, just allow. Let things unfold. Trust the natural process of this. You are growing and shifting. This is you stepping into a new version of you, and that's going to be scary. So whoever you're interacting with, you just got to allow this to be fluid and see what shakes out. See what settles on the bottom. See what comes to the surface. But loosen your grip. You're not going to be able to control any of this. Okay, and if you have to force it, it's not for you. So be really mindful of what you're choosing and why, and how you're interacting with it. And if you in any way have to sacrifice or compromise your authenticity in this new way forward, remember, you're doing things different, right? You're on the verge of doing this completely different, bucking the system. If you find yourself forcing it, it means you're conforming in some way. It means you're trying to seek acceptance or love based on altering who you are, or let's just see if we can make it work because it's just good enough. No, you want it to be great, right? And that's not you being picky just for the sake of being picky. It's you saying, I know what feels good, and if I have to force this into some kind of box, it's not right. This should be more fluid. So allow yourself that space to see that clearly. Here comes my dog. She's going to join us. Okay, Capricorn, I'm going to draw a card from our Quickies deck. It's something like another deck that Meo and I have created. It's a clarifying deck. Yes, no, maybe answers kind of thing. We just want to see what Spirit has to say, what else has to be said. Okay, so we've got a couple of different cards here to think about. We've got yes, without a doubt. Yes, without a doubt, you need to follow this new path, this new you, this new expansion of not doing things by the book, being a rebel, having a revolutionary shift in who you are and how you show up in relationships. All the healing that you're going to be doing, which is going to allow you to actually show up differently. And then also look before you leap. So this would be, par for the course for Capricorn, being very practical and, just looking around, being mindful of what it is you're stepping into with somebody and why. Just be really honest. Is it what I want? Am I doing this out of some kind of need that I want to fill? Am I doing it because I'm bored? Am I doing it because I need acceptance? Or am I truly doing this because I'm ready for relationship in the most authentic way and want to show up that way too? So, to avoid any kind of hardship. This could also be speaking to the serendipity, like when you're getting into things and you feel like you're led there serendipitously, but it doesn't work out or it feels kind of awful. This could be you also saying, okay, I'm going to just really check around and see what this is so that I understand how I get to learn from it. And also just being cautious, right? Like not really jumping into something until you know how it feels to you, like you're certain how it feels to you. But for some of you, this is yes, without a doubt. For all of you, Capricorns, it's yes, without a doubt to this revolution of self, right? This new version of you. Oh my God, my animals are running up and down the stairs. Okay. I'm going to pull a tarot card just to see what else does Spirit have to say for Capricorn. Ooh, that was a bunch that flew out, but that's going to be too many to read. So I'm going to stick them back in. We just need 1 or 2 cards. There he is. Ooh, okay. The Magician in the reverse. Sometimes that can be somebody who's being manipulative or putting on a show. So just in all practical senses, just keep that in mind, Capricorn. The Magician, he's the master manifester in the deck. He natural talents with creativity and manifestation. He's very resourceful. He's really working his magic, working with the elements. In the reverse, this is unused potential, and perhaps that is why you are reinventing yourself, and especially in love and relationships, you are changing the way that you do things because the expectations around love and relationships wherever you are, like maybe it's societal things, maybe it's like a family thing of what you're supposed to be doing or who you're supposed to be with, or maybe it's like these old traditions that you were shown and just don't make sense to you. When we stick to that and it's not in alignment with who we are or how we are, that really robs us of our potential to grow, especially through relationship with another person. So this could be unused potential that way. It's also unfocused or blocked creative energy. So you, as you're becoming this new version of you, as you're discovering that, as you're stepping into your authenticity and doing a lot of healing, you're going to change this, right? You're going to change this into the ability to manifest because you're going to be walking forward as a more authentic version of you. And you get to focus more. You may have been unfocused lately and, may have had some selfishness happening or dealing with somebody who is selfish or manipulative, right? So you want to step away from that energy and you want to embody master manifestation and creativity. So a really great affirmation for this card is, I can manifest the life I desire through energy and action. Okay, so you moving forward as you, that feels most authentic is what you need to focus on, Capricorn. Okay, I hope this is really helpful for you. You can let us know in the comments below, and if you need to get a hold of us, there's lots of ways you can do that. And if you see the description below, we are on Instagram, and you can also visit the Souls and Stardust podcast website, where there are links to our podcast episodes where we talk about everything healing and spiritual and intuition. And you can also book sessions with us. So we look forward to hearing from you. And please, leave a like or even subscribe or share this with anybody you feel will resonate with this. All right, you guys, we love you, and I'll talk to you very soon.